So I have a bit of a problem. Today we are going to be installing X3M interior into my 2024 BMW X3 M40i. Every car that I've gotten, every BMW that I've gotten, I've swapped out the seats. E46, we upgraded to M3 seats. F10, we went through 3 iterations of seats. We started with the comfort seats, which were great. We went to the ventilated comfort seats, which were not great. And then we went to the M5 seats, which were amazing. So today's video, we are doing the same thing. We're going right to the X3M seats that are heated and ventilated. They are secure orange. I'm super excited to install them today. A lot of people do this upgrade in their M340i. I'm gonna show you guys some tips and tricks how to get them to work correctly because they do need additional wiring. So we're gonna install them today. I'll give you a look at them. They're kind of all scattered around my house. It's kind of hard to give you an initial look. You'll see them in the car. We're gonna start with the rear seats. We're gonna do all the coating. We're even going to update the coating on BMW's website, or rather their Air. So when we look up my VIN to my car, we will see that it had retrofitted, ventilated M Sport seats. Super excited. If you guys are looking to buy coral red Sensitech seats for your BMW, I'll have them listed. I need to get rid of them. My F10 ones, I literally had to give away. This will be a full interior, so if you're looking to install red seats into your X3, it's a great upgrade. Without any further ado, I'm gonna set you guys up on the tripod and we're gonna get to work. This probably won't be a full DIY, but rather an overview because again, there's many steps and some of it's kind of like Legos. You kind of just gotta look around. I'll provide the official BMW documents that I looked at for reference for torque specs and stuff like that for you guys to take a look at. If you're looking to have these seats coated in on your BMW, be sure to check out EM Performance linked down below and give this video a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing before we get into it. Step 1 is always to remove, we're gonna start in the rear. So step 1 is to remove the rear bench and you just kind of tug up on it. So we're going to take off the middle seat belt right now, and it looks like it is a T50. Using this little ratcheting wrench makes things a lot easier. So if you guys are looking to pick one up, I'll have it linked down below. It's a Milwaukee M12. It's not the fuel is just overall bigger and I find not needed. So usually you break stuff by hand and then undo it the rest of the way. I don't think you can see it, but basically folded down the seats and grab on the side, and this piece, I'll show you guys in a second. So this piece right here, fold down the seats, yank forward, and then pull out because there is a little spot right here. And now I'm gonna fold this seat back up, and I would be careful doing this. I would be careful doing it the way that I'm doing it because there are these metal pieces that the seat may potentially hit. I'm not too concerned with these because they're Sensitech, but something to look out for. So we're gonna fold down, I think, this seat. I'll reposition the camera so you can take a look at what I'm doing. Okay, so the goal, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece first. These two stay together. This piece actually comes down. We're gonna have to fold down this seat, and this one's actually gonna come out, but there's one bolt right here. It looks like a T50 that we're gonna undo first. Okay, now let's see if we can slide these things up. Man, they're probably fucking heavy. And now that this is at a 90 and it's pulled out, so what you want to do is you want to have this at a 90, this up, this laid down, and you should be able to yank this out, but it's not. There we go. Came out. Now we got it out in 2 pieces. So we have this piece and then the other piece we'll take out. Most important thing to do whenever you're doing a new project, clean it before you put something new in. So we now have the new back seats in. We laid them down, put down something so they don't get messed up. And I think I put this on backwards. This actually fell off. These seats are in 2 right now. So we're gonna line it up and then try to get it together ahead of time because this is an oval, so they only go in one way. So really these need to go in and up, and then the other one can kind of slide in. Check this out, guys. Wow, looks so good. I'm so happy with how it turns out. There's a few dents in the rears. The fronts are actually in better shape, which is crazy. They left some stuff on here, so I'm gonna try to get this out as best I can. I already tried a little bit, but I'm gonna try some more. But I really want to get them installed. So yeah, that's kind of like the worst dent right there. There's these two that I think will come out, but he just had some stuff resting on it. But look at the contrast difference. Crazy. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get the passenger seat out and then start taking apart the center console. Passenger seat, super easy. Okay, here's where the fun part comes in. So we undid the bolts. There's 4 of them, and then there's the one holding on the seat belt as well, so make sure you get that out. And now I've undone the electrical connection right here, and then there's one plastic clip holding in the actual connector. So we're gonna take this in here and pull it out, and the seats are ready to come out. This is what we're gonna have to repin to get the passenger seat to work. I'll explain more later, but getting the seat out so we can do the center console next. Since it's just me doing this, I put down a little cloth so I don't scrape anything, and I put the seat to an optimal position that I think is the best to get the seat out. All right, so now since we have the passenger seat out, I'm gonna leave the driver's in for now, but I want to get the center console out since the new one that we have is red up here. So to start, from what I've seen, there's just these clips in the back holding this in. And just pull it out. Comes out like that, and we have a few connectors. Just like that, this came out. That was kind of a struggle. There's a clip here and a clip here that's holding the thing in. So that's kind of the here and here. Those are my trouble pieces because they kind of bite into the plastic. Okay, let's take this out. So I have the passenger side out, as I mentioned. So there is 4 screws here, 1, 2, or sorry, four bolts here, 1, 2, 2 more up here at the front, 2 in the back, and there's 2 Torx bits in the middle, inside the center console. And I think all this should just snake through now. Let's first give it a little jiggle. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. We'll say this car's not built as well as that X7 that we were working on. All right, it's time to get this center console in. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't you run wires from the passenger side to the driver's side right now? If any of you looked into doing this retrofit, you probably know that that's needed. I'm going to tap it from the passenger side on the correct factory location that I'll show you guys in a moment. But for now, we're gonna put the center console in. And I didn't feel like doing tapping wires right now. This seems more fun. Okay, so we have the center console in, 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, 2 Torx in the center. We have the light plugged in, snaked all the wires. We're now going to put on this rolling piece, which I undid too much. You can actually leave all this stuff plugged in, which is kind of nice. I was an idiot and undid too much. So All right, guys, so we are on the passenger side. The passenger side is tricky to do. I've mentioned that before, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I had help from my girlfriend that was able to twist all these wires pretty meticulously, so it looks pretty good. I've always struggled to do that. She was able to do that for me. And then we took pins 5 and 6 on this connector. Basically, this has all the numbers on it, so you can take a look at it. These were the pins I used from Mauser. I will have them linked down below. These exact pins are the BMW MQS pins made by, I believe these ones are TET, makes them for BMW. And then I have this China crimping tool. That's the number on it. It works pretty good when you find out how to use it. So what we're going to do, instead of tapping from the other seat, if you look, wire's up here. I'll get a picture up there, but up there, right above, I'll get better lighting, but right above this little fuse box, there is a CAN terminator. That's how we did night vision, and that's how I'm going to continue to do stuff for the OEM look, is we're going to tap into it, the OEM connector. So we're going to, again, put 2 new crimps right here and plug it in, and that will give us the second module, because on the X3M seats, both the passenger and driver seat have a module for the seats where the X3 M40i do not. So that's why we need to run this. So basically you'll put your passenger seat in and it won't work. So that's why we're running this. We're going to put some Tesla tape around it so you can't even see it and make it look like factory. It's really nice. I just opened this up and was able to route it pretty easily. And then we have the wire running under here. So probably the hardest part now is we are able to run these 2 wires. 6 is orange for us, 5 is yellow, and we're going to go to pins 20 and 7, and that's going right here. This is R1B, I believe is what they call it. I'll put the official name in it, but it is a it's basically that whole block up there that's hanging down has K-CAN, and we're going to tap into 7 and 20, and that will give us the correct K-CAN for the seats, and then we'll put it in the seats. So I moved this, I took this piece off, and yeah, have it all routed. So it's hard to get to. It's called a CAN terminator. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're on to the doors. The doors are kind of a pain on the G01 and F97s to remove. Basically, there's a screw here, screw down here, and here. So there's 4 total, and the screws on the bottom, the tabs usually break these expanding nuts right here. So I actually bought a bunch, and I'll link them in the video below, but these actually end up breaking. They're like a one-time use, it seems. So the screw just spins in there. So these are the part number right here. I ended up getting, I think I got 12, but technically the doors only have 2 in the, 1 in the rear and 2 in the front. So you need about 6 total, it seems. Okay, I'm gonna start taking off this piece. This is the first piece that needs to come off. Basically, plastic pry tool. If you care about your trim, highly suggest getting a plastic pry tool on the underside, and it's these small clips, and then on the inside it's bigger clips, and make sure you yank it out this way. There's a tab in here. So I'm just gonna go to work at it, and you'll see when it's done. It's kind of hard. Now that you're here and you want to get these connectors off without breaking any of the tabs, metal pick tool saves the day every time. And just like that, the front door cards are mounted. The metal pieces sometimes like to come off, so make sure you don't lose those. Other than that, we're gonna do the back doors now, and I'm doing rear shades on that. So I'll probably not show you guys the door process, but maybe I'll show you guys the rear shade, how it inserts. All right, so one of the last things to complete this retrofit is we are putting on rear door shade. So I'm going to take off this door card, same thing. There's this piece comes off, screw in the bottom, and then it comes off. I'm not going to show you guys that just because we've already showed it, but I will show you guys doing the installing the sunshade visor. I got new pieces for here. This piece right here that runs all the way around and down here. I have new ones of those that are already cut out, and I'll show you guys how to install the sun blinds in a minute. Okay, so the hard part now, if you are going to do the rear sun blinds, is getting this piece off. So what I started to do on my other side, I already did, I took this little piece of trim off. So this piece of trim is kind of stuck under this piece a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this piece off right here just a little bit, give us some room. Careful, this metal clip will always fall off. We're gonna do the same on the other side. So we're on the outside of the door now, and there's these little pieces that we're just gonna pull off. And in here, we're gonna put plastic little anchors. One's off. Next one's here. It's really convenient that BMW did this for us. Next, we're going to install the expanding nuts. These are little plastic nuts that go into those empty holes that are right up there. Now taking a look, I have a new one. And the new one has these little cutouts right here. You could probably cut them out yourself, but I have new ones. Last thing is this. These are the little pieces that actually go on for the clips. Here's the part number, and they essentially, there's a screw. It's getting dark out, but I'll show you guys real quick how they go. Here it is right here. And you take a screw, Phillips head, go in them up. Let's see if I can get a light on that so you can see. That's essentially what they look like. Okay, so we are now at the coding portion of the video. I have my laptop out with ESIS. There is some coding that needs to be done for these seats to work. Essentially, you are going to need to do a few things. One, as I mentioned, you need to make sure that when you open up ESIS, I'm currently connected, and we're going to scroll down. We should see two ASM2s. So we have seat module, passenger or driver, and passenger. So if you don't see two in here and you only see one, it means your passenger seat is not connected correctly. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you get that set up correctly, like so. Next thing, we're going to come up here. We're going to click read coding. And if you guys don't know how to do this, we offer the service at EM Performance. I'll have it linked down below. We offer all the retrofit coding for any BMW that you need, in this case the seats. We're going to click save. Mine's already saved, but we're going to save it again. We're going to go over to edit. We're going to click here. We're going to go up here. I'm using ESIS Ultra. If you don't have ESIS Ultra, I'll have it linked down below. It's an awesome coding tool, but basically you're going to add, I'll do it the other way so you guys can see, because this is the way that you'll probably do it. You'll go down to SAPA Elements, and in here you're going to add 711. This is for the M Sport seats, driver and passenger. And if you have ventilated seats, you are going to add 4FH for X3, and for G20s, you're going to add 453. So keep this up. These are my little cheat sheets that I made. I always make cheat sheets for all my coding. So yeah, basically you're going to add those items. You're going to save it. You click the save button up here, or you can go File, Save. I didn't modify it. And then we're going to come back to Expert Mode, Coding. You're going to want to reload that new file that you just made. So load up here, click on it. And then what you need to code is you need to code your airbag. So you're going to click here, and then you're going to click code. You're also going to code your BDC. You're going to code your climate control module if you did ventilated seats like I did. And then you're going to code your seat module for the driver and passenger. A few things to note now. One, after reading codes, if you do get an airbag code, check it what it is. If it is complaining about the seat position sensor, you need to code that out, or you need to swap it over. Technically the M Sport seats from factory didn't have the seat position sensor. Basically, it makes sure when the seat is all the way forward, there's a little sensor there that the airbag doesn't explode. It's kind of a weird sensor. It has nothing to do with the way it actually explodes or when it explodes. It's only if the seat is all the way forward would it not explode. It's kind of weird, which makes sense if it's all the way forward. You wouldn't want it to explode because there's no one sitting in it, or the person that's sitting in it is so small that that airbag should not go off. That's what I believe the purpose of it. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe the purpose of that is. So you only need to do that. I'll actually show you what you would do. You'd come here, and I'll have all the instructions in, like I'll upload a PDF document with all these instructions because I know video sometimes harder, but you'd come here, and then you'd type in, I think it's SZIZ. Yep, you'd search that, and it's this one right here, seat position sensor FB. Change that to niche active. Cool. Second thing, when I came down here, I was unable to code my seat airbags. It's not seat airbags, the seat modules. I actually had to code them with 712. Didn't really figure out a reason why. That's only for the X3, it's not for the G20. I actually had to come over here and modify 711 to 712. So 711 is M Sport seats, driver and passenger. 712 is M Sport seats, driver, or just M Sport seats. There's a few different coding changes, and for some reason, the X3M used 712 for the seats. So you're probably wondering, hey Evan, why didn't you just code the airbag with 712? Well, there's different airbag modules for different equipment and different type codes and all sorts of things. I couldn't get it to code with 712. I could only get the airbags to code with 711. You can try it using 711 first. That's what I would do. Try to code everything with 711, and then if it doesn't work, go back and edit it to code it with 712. So that's just how I did it for my seats. If I find something better, I will let you guys know. But so far, everything's coded with 711. Only the seats are coded with 712. Going back, and again, if you guys need this coded, we can do it for you. One other thing that you should do is you should go over here. You should open up your new VO that you modified. This was it. It's right here. It was this one, and then you should right click on it and click on calculate, and then write, and that basically writes it to the car. That's the correct way to do it, so everything is coded in very nicely. That's how I did it. That's how I did all the coding. And if I come up here, no codes. So the way I did it is absolutely no codes. I'm super happy. My seats work. So ventilated is on right now, and then it's off. So everything works. This was the panel I had to swap out to get the ventilated. I didn't show that. It was a very simple process, but yeah, everything works. The only thing that's not wired up are the M Sport lights because they are super, super bright. So I think I'm not going to wire them up, but we may change my mind on that. All right, everyone, I'm sitting in the seats. They're installed. They feel wonderful. They're coded. They're programmed. No engine lights, no lights at all, no codes in the car for the seats. Everything just works. I couldn't be happier. If you guys are looking to do it, this video applies to the G30 if you want to swap in F90 seats. This video applies to the G01 X3 like we did today. This video also applies to the 3 Series G20 if you want to swap in G80 seats. It is just such an awesome upgrade. I love the ventilated seats. I'll throw some B-roll in for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about coding these seats, drop a comment down below. If you need us, EM Performance, to code these seats, install the seats, do the wiring, we can do all of that. You'd have to be local from Massachusetts if we were to install them and run the wiring, but we can code them remotely for anyone if you guys need help with that. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think of these seats. I'm super happy with them. I finally love my X3 M40i. As you know, I wasn't super happy with it. I was kind of like, I don't know about this. My F10 had such nice leather. Now these seats are perfect, and I'm so happy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Check all of our links down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.